y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am so excited. I have the new Blend Bunny Sickly Sweet collection. I have the palette, I have the lip oil. We're gonna swatch it, we're gonna create looks. Let's jump into it. This is the Sickly Sweet collection from Blend Bunny. This is launching on Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I will link the time, the date, everything down in the description box. But we have some fun items in this collection, so let's kind of talk about it. This is a fun, whimsical take on Halloween. I knew Blend Bunny was gonna do a pastel palette at some point. I follow them on Instagram and they've hinted for a while. You know, people would ask about pastels and they would say like, oh, working on something or something will be coming. So I knew we were gonna get a pastel palette from Blend Bunny, but I did not realize it was gonna be for Halloween. And I love that. Listen, give me something unexpected, you know, like have fun, do what you want to do. And I love this like cotton candy with the skull print in the background, sickly sweet. I love that we have this more like candy, fun, whimsical take on Halloween instead of like dark, scary take on it. I just think it's fun. You know, it's fun, it's unexpected, it's chaotic. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I love Blend Bunny. Definitely check out my Blend Bunny playlist if you want to see videos. But let me show you swatches and a close-up of this palette because I've been dipping my fingers and brushes into this palette, having a good time. I really like pastels to mix and match with my other palettes mostly. I like to use them for inner corner pops, for blending shades, for some like contrast in looks, things like that. I think it's so fun. But what I think was really smart about this pastel palette in particular is that we do have some dark shades in here. So I am going to show you a look that I created where it's all bright pastel. And then we're going to do a look where we have some of these deeper shades incorporated. I wanted to have some fun. I wanted to show you the variety of this palette. We have a blue lip oil. And there is also another lip oil. There is a black one, and I know we'll be getting that one later. I love Blend Bunny lip oils. I actually emptied one. Like, I used it that much that it's empty now. So I'm super excited to have this lip oil. I will be using this over other lip products. That's just the way it's gonna suit me, my personal preference. So I am wearing it over their Sweetheart liquid lipstick for today. But we're gonna have some fun with this palette. I do have an affiliate code with Blend Bunny. They did send me this palette. My code is Heather. If you want to save, you can use that code. You definitely don't have to. Just letting you know in case you want a little discount. I'm gonna list that and everything down in the description box. But I'm really looking forward to playing with this palette. I've been in love with the brand since my first purchase. I'm looking forward to showing you my looks, having some fun with this one. So, you know what? Let's jump to the light, bright, pastel-y look first. So I have down a matte liquid lipstick from Blend Bunny. It's this one right here. This is the shade Doll Face. I want to put our lip oil on top. The Sugar High lip oil in Sugar Spun Blue. Let's see how it looks as like a nice hydrating lip oil on top of our lipstick. It's definitely more pigmented than I anticipated. I'm gonna kind of make sure I blend it in, but it definitely gave us a more cool toned type of look. I'm gonna pat it in. Okay, I'm gonna put down some eyeshadow primer. I do want to let you know my skin is like peeling a little bit. I have oily skin, but for the past 2 weeks I have not done my normal skincare routine. I have been outside a ton and my skin's just like peeling a little bit. So ignore that, don't worry about it. It's all good over here. I'm gonna put down a base and we will start a look. I'm so excited. Okay, so I want to play, of course, with the pastel shades. So, well, I would say it's all pastel, of course, but we do have some deep shades in here. What I really want to start with, though, is this shade right here called Buttercream. So I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to use one of my Blend Bunny brushes from their last launch. I'm going to make sure I don't have any creases in my primer, and I am just going to put this in the crease. So I'm going to start by kind of pressing it on, since these are pastel shades, and you can tell like my eyeshadow primer is not super light. I am going for a little softer look today, but if you want pastels to like pop and be what you see in the pan, I definitely recommend using a white eyeshadow base. And I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of the versatility, though. If you're somebody who just likes to use your concealer as eye primer, my oily lids could never. But if you use something as a base that's not super light, this is still looking pretty and pigmented. After I have it packed down, I'm just lightly kind of blending back and forth. Okay, so we're looking pastel already, and I'm feeling it. So what I want to do now is maybe pull in this shade right here called Glow Stick, this really beautiful pastel shade, and then we will use maybe something a little more mid-tone, like this shade called Just an Act. Okay, this is another Blend Bunny brush, and I'm going in with Glow Stick on the lower lash line. Again, if you want this to be super poppy, definitely put a very light base underneath. But I'm just going for kind of a wash of pastels today. So I'm going to blend like this. Okay, so I'm taking that shade Just an Act right out here on the outer corner. And then I'm also going to put it right here on the inner part of my lid. And I'm really going to press first before I blend. I just really, when I do a pastel look, I like to pack and then blend, even if I'm not wanting something super impactful. I just don't want to like blend away my color. I want to make sure it's where I want it. So we're just kind of framing the eye with this really beautiful shade. Okay, now I want to highlight the inner corner. I want to do that with a matte shade, so I'm going to go into Fake It. So this is another Blend Bunny brush. This brush I was using with that beautiful like outer corner, inner corner shade is from Melt, from their Beetlejuice collection. I don't think they make it anymore. Look how pretty this shade is on the inner corner, and that's why I say like I think pastels are so perfect as companion palettes, because you can do a matte inner corner, you can use them to buff and blend, you can just do so much. I'm going to go back with that original shade Buttercream and just kind of blend a little bit, just picked up a little on my brush, make sure I have a nice blown out blend. I feel like I'm giving like icy vibes in this look, and I'm kind of here for it. I know we're moving into fall, but also it is still like really hot here where I live, so I don't mind it. I want to go in now with a little bit of a shimmer on the lid, but which one do I want to do? I think maybe we will just do a little bit of Cupcake, this really light shade right here in the center of the lid where I kind of left that blank space. So I'm going to pick this up on my brush, I'm going to spray my brush with setting spray, and then we will apply. Okay, so this is another one of my Blend Bunny brushes, and I'm just going to press this shade Cupcake right here in the center for a little pop of shimmer, and then that's going to do it for our look. I may do a little more blending, but I want to just stick with mascara today, and then maybe a little bit of liner in our waterline, but I will be back. I'm going to bring the shimmer up, whatever's left on my brush, just kind of carry it up. I love the way like that type of look where you carry it all the way up looks on certain eye shapes. It's not like I feel like my deep set eyes don't show that off quite as much, but I'm gonna do it anyways because it's fun. Just switch it up sometimes. Oh, look at this pastel brightness. Okay, y'all, here's our very bright, very pastel look. I just threw on some mascara and some LA Girl liner in the shade Fresh. I am wearing my Blend Bunny Noctilucent highlighter palette for some glow today. And for blush, I am wearing their Juicy Cheeks face palette. Whoops, knocking stuff over as always. I will link everything that I talked about down below in the description box. But I'm feeling pastel. I'm actually about to run out of the house. I have a doctor's appointment, so I will be wearing this look out and about today, but we do have more to talk about. So here's this first look. Now let's jump into the next. Okay, so for this look, I want to bring in some of the deeper shades. You know, I want to have some fun with the pastels, but I do want to play with the shade Spooky first, this deep purple. I'm going to use my Blend Bunny brush, and I did put down my eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to really just kind of work this all in my socket, down, around. I will say I've been kind of playing with this, just, you know, creating a little bit, testing it, and everything I've done so far, it seems to be the same amazing quality that we know, we love, we expect from Blend Bunny, you know? So I really think it's fun that they're having a good time with the concepts and the layouts of their palette and just giving us things that aren't super expected, but they're not compromising on the quality. I definitely appreciate that as a fan of the brand, I guess you could say. I just think it's really nice when a brand has consistently high quality products while still being fun, you know? So I'm liking the way that purple is looking. We'll add in a pastel to kind of buff and blend. Okay, before I go in with a pastel blending shade, I actually want to go ahead and add something to the lower lash line. And what I think I may do is pull in this kind of more mid-tone purple right here. It's a little bit lighter. This is Morose. And then to kind of buff and blend out this purple, we're going to use this shade up here called Crybaby. Okay, I'm just going to take that beautiful shade on my Blend Bunny brush and drag this right along the lower lash line, back and forth like this. And then I'm going to pick up Crybaby. I'm going to tap off my brush a bit, and I'm just going to use this beautiful pastel to buff and blend out this deeper purple. Just going back and forth, even kind of layering it on top a little bit of that deeper shade right over here, and just kind of going back and forth, down, out, and around. Okay, I want to pull in some pink. I am feeling a pink purple look, so I want to go in with this really pretty, like, it's like this beautiful, what is it called? Cotton candy color. I'm like trying to think of a word to describe it, and then I'm like, cotton candy. So I'm going to pull in this. I'm going to put this shade all over the lid. I am going to spray my brush after I pick up that shadow, just for a little extra intensity. Okay, so I have this on my Blend Bunny brush. Look how pretty that is. That is definitely a sickly sweet shade. This is just going to be an easy look. I just wanted to do something with the deeper shades and the pastels, something fun. Maybe you could recreate if you want to. Maybe you're not into makeup, Maybe you're gonna pick this palette up, you want some inspiration, maybe you wanna shop your stash. Whatever it is, I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoy, because this is a fun type of look for me. But let's go ahead and highlight the inner corner. Why not? Let's go ahead and highlight the inner corner. I'm going to use a matte. I'm going to use this matte shade right here. Another one of the pastels called Lollipops. All right, I've got another one of my Blend Bunny brushes. I'm like, let me look up. I need a mirror. And pop that right there on the inner corner. I'm just going to add liner and a lash, but this is going to be our finished look. Easy peasy 5 shades, pink and purple. Definitely feeling the sickly sweet vibe. All right, y'all, here is the finished look. I just threw on some P. Louise half lashes. I'm wearing the Noctilucent highlighter palette again, along with the Bare Cheeks face palette. Maybe I need to add a little more lash glue, but I think this is a beautiful release from Blend Bunny. I think it was smart for their collection to add in a pastel palette. Even if pastels aren't the shades that call to me the most, I really like using them to buff out dark shades, things like that, like I did today. I really like something like this where you have some depth and you have some light, just that contrast. So if you were wondering, is this the great, amazing Blend Bunny quality that we know and love? Of course it is. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you're having an amazing day. Please subscribe before you leave. I have lots of videos coming to you, and I will see you then. Bye.